Hey, welcome to another Flights with Joel. We are here at Cardiff and we are going to check out the new Westland Scout from Microsoft Flight Simulator Local Legend 18. It includes the Scout and the Wasp variants of this amazing little beauty. The Scout is a multi-role, land-based military utility helicopter developed and manufactured by Westland Helicopters, now known as Leonardo, of the United Kingdom. Operated by one pilot, the single-seat Scout can carry up to 4 passengers. The rotorcraft took its maiden flight August 1959 as the Saunders Roe P5312, and Westland Helicopters began deliveries to the Army Air Corps in 1963. It's an amazingly good-looking aircraft, being that it's a local legend. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm really liking this. It's really fun. This is the cyclic and collective animation. This is the cyclic animation for the rotor. No, you can't see anything, don't worry. This is the collective. Yes, very nice. Very nice. Only a few people have gotten the cyclic animation to work at all. And also the pedal animation works. Love these massive windows. So we're going to jump inside. This is the little tablet where you can take out the all the covers on and off and the stretcher. So that is the full cover. I just don't like the look of that as well, but that's what it looks like. That's the full engine cover for extreme weather. And you've got all the tags on there. And that's where you get to the tablet. So we take these off. It makes a nice little click click. Now it's all ready to go. Let's throw the stretcher on there so you can see that. There it is. There's the stretcher. And we're going to fly around this new scenery. So here we are inside, and I'm going to run through the checklist, and I'm going to modify it a little bit because I'm not wild about it. Let me just turn this on, and now we can have a good look around because I really like it. I am really shocked. It's a lot of detail. There's a lot of scratches and bumps and bruises. That looks pretty clean, but if you look around, it looks a bit worn. Here we go, like that. Like the throttle there. It looks a bit worn, and things pretty much work like the other helicopters for the most part. So there are the switches and such. Back out here to the gauges in the control panel, the doors, the back seat. Let's start closing things up. Look at the room in these doors. Look at the awesome storage area right here. And we do have a modern radio. I just noticed these. We've got modern radios in the back. I just noticed that. Headphones, this is one of their cameras that I just set up for a quick view. Pop back in here. If you want to know how to do that, I can link you to a Two-Tone Murphy video that does it very well. Now this one's a little hard to get to. I will just easier with the head tracking, that's for sure. So let me turn the head tracking off so I can go back and forth through the checklist and not drive people nuts. Seat belts on. Yes, they would be, except okay, I will say all existing seat belts on. Flight controls, check. Here we go. I'm always saying this is the not just for the helicopter, but for you, make sure you're not going to knock over your coffee or something like that. Throttle closed. It is closed, but you can check if your throttle is set up like mine. Just check, close the throttle. Landing light off. Landing light is right here. I am pretty sure it's off. I'm always kind of messing with that. Engine anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice is right there. Right there. Anti-collision, dorkish schmorkus. Pitot and anti-ice is there. It is off. Hydraulics power. Now, this one confused the bejesus out of me. It confused me. The hydraulics power is this. That right there is the hydraulics power. It took me a long time to figure that out, and then I had to figure it out again. High pressure fuel lever on. Low pressure fuel switch open. So high pressure fuel lever is another one I kind of had to look for twice. That is right there. Low pressure fuel is right here. Oh, and apparently I forgot to turn it off. So we open that. Open. Circuit breakers in. There's a couple that were not in. No, they're all in. They're all in. They do work, some of them. Okay, there we go. Some of them might not be in when you get in, so check it. Bus bar split. That is right here. And I should show you that because I already started it. I've practiced. That's your bus bar split. Altimeter set. Let's make sure that is set. I'm just going to hit Control B rather than look for the info here. Yeah, so that is set. And instruments check. So all the instruments should be in their static positions. And they should look right to you. Battery. Now there's a... Yeah, battery to ground. There's a couple things that is different that I would do differently. For instance, the closing the doors is not to the end of the checklist, but I put it at the top. I moved it to the top. So we want the battery to ground. So here's your ground power. You don't get anything with that. In other words, you don't get a little cart, like a lot of things have a little cart. You don't get that with this one. But hey, the price is right. You know what I'm saying? Next. Central warning panel lights, press to test. Central warning panel lights, check. Okay, so that. And then you press to test them all. Check. Ignition switch test. Now here, the ignition switch test, I don't understand exactly. That's test. I don't know what that does. So there, you tested it. Ignition switch off. It's off. It's in the middle. Fuel check. Fuel is right here. We've got adequate fuel to start. Collective down. It certainly is. Although it looks at quite the angle when it's down. Rotors clear. Rotors are clear. Okay. And I would have probably someone out there making sure, but there's a lot of visibility in this aircraft. So you can check for yourself. And I guess you would yell, clear rotors. Starter on. Now here's another one. The rotor brake off is not mentioned. Make sure your rotor brake is off. Rotor brake is right here. Turn it off. I've also loaded in with it on before. And now you would turn the starter on. So it's going to be starter on, check turning by 25% N1, oil pressure increasing, and then ignition to normal. So all those things kind of happen in sequence, okay? So the starter is right here. Starter on. Should be going now. It's very quiet to start. And I'll just drink my coffee because it takes a minute. It's not fast. Okay, rotor is turning by 25% N1 way before. We're not even at 10% N1. Oil pressure increasing. Oil pressure increase, turbine, PSI, everything is coming up as it should. Ignition switch to normal. So we're not even to 25% yet. I'm not sure if we would turn the ignition switch to normal just yet. I think we let it come up more. It kind of changes every time I do this, like what happens here. Kind of changes a bit. There's normal for the ignition switch. I'm going to try it. I hope I don't kill it. I'm worried that I will kill it. think we're having a start. Let's leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone a minute. Watch it come up. Drinking my coffee. Still coming up. If I hit this too soon, it'll mess up. Let me try it. Okay, ignition switch to normal. Starter switch went off. The starter switch is supposed to be disengaged by 58%. By 58% N1. And now throttle open. So it's not even to 58% yet. It does settle in. Let's wait for it to settle in. It will settle in a moment. Almost there. I don't think it makes it to 58, but it does settle and stop moving. And it has you open the throttle right away before you do anything else. So you got to have your hands on flight controls and be ready for anything. I'm rolling the throttle all the way up. It just goes right up. Engine instruments check. Everything is still in the green. Now my throttle is set to full, and as you can see, it does interesting things. When I pull collective, it'll settle back in. It will settle back in. Generator to on position. So, generator on. There it is. Battery to flight. Now this one, yeah, I have to do quick because I'm worried I'm going to turn it off. So there's flight and there's ground. So you go right through the off to flight. Hydraulic system check. I'm not sure how to do that. I assume you would just check to make sure that your controls feel right. Anti-ice check, we don't need it. Throttle idle compressor RPM check. I'm also not 100% clear about checking that. All this looks normal, it looks good, it's ready to go. It says throttle full open again. So it's open again. Now if I close it, perhaps that's what I'm checking right there, those needles, that movement of the needles. Now it's wide open again, it'll settle back in. Temperatures and pressures check, T's and P's, instruments set and align. So you actually have to hit that. There you go. Uncage that. Make sure it's aligned. Is that right? There we go. I think that's right. No, that should be right. We'll see when I'm flying. We see when I do my hover check. Central warning paddle all out. No, it isn't. Something is still on. Why is my generator light on? Generator is on. Well, that's odd. That has not happened before. Oh, I think it's supposed to be... That's reset. Generator's supposed to be on normal, buddy. Okay. Good thing I checked. Exterior lights set, interior lights set. Now, again, I've already turned on the anti-collision light because you would want that on before you start the engine to tell people you're about to start. We can try this landing light now. I'm pretty sure... If I hit that... Yep, there it is. That's on. Landing light is on. Radio's set. So this was already on. I must have turned it on earlier. This is your main radio. And then you have this radio as well. This is also on. Very old style. Check out the manual. Another thing that's great about this, it's got quite the manual. It's really cool. Now it says doors closed. Well, yeah, if shown. So if you have doors, close them. Throttle fully open, it tells you again, takeoff, increase, collective, etc., etc. Now we're gonna do a little flyabout. We're gonna look at this gorgeous city of Cardiff. I'm at the Cardiff airport, as I may have mentioned, and we're gonna look at the airport first by helicopter, which is a really fun thing to do. This is the best way to look at airports. And then we're going to look at the city because it's one of the new and improved cities. So let's just see how this goes. Oh, wait a minute, my head. I have to turn my head on, center it. Sometimes I get that message, I don't know why. Okay. I'll walk you through this. One, it is very simple. Some people might think it's too simple to fly. I think that's probably to help more people fly helicopters, right? And the more people that fly helicopters, really the better. It's not super easy, but it's not difficult either. Flies quite nice. Let's have a look around. We saw some of it at the opening. I'm over here in a corner where a helicopter would be started up by all the fuel and stuff. So if we have a major problem, the airport goes up. It's quite a nice little airport. I've looked at 3 of the airports. One of them I was unimpressed with. The one that has the air show every year. That one didn't look like much to me. But we're just gonna fly over here without following procedures and look at things over here. What is this? What do we got here? Dump trucks? Oh, they're cleaners. They're sweepers for the driveway. For the runway! They're driveway sweepers. And then you've got an emergency unit over here. I had one of these at another one of the airports I looked at. So that's for emergency training. Just looked at that. Oh yeah, they even have the jet body over there. I've got one of those where I live. Not at the airport though, at one of the fire stations. And it looks like we have a massive hangar for all the massive hangarage. Just over here. Runways are nice. There's signage beyond, what you normally see at an airport. And then our passenger terminal just here. We're going to sit down in front of this because we should look at the night lighting, right? The airport and the area is part of this video. It's not just about the Scout. Cardiff Airport. Quite nice. I have to see if we can get in anywhere. We have to see if we can break in. Let's give it a little scrapage though. I like to see what those sounds are like. Okay. Pick the head off. Jump out here. Welcome to Wales. Can we go in the tower? Oh, you can't even see in this tower. Oh no, that one doesn't have anything. That's interesting. The other towers I've looked at have stuff in them. Very interesting. Doesn't look like you can get in here either. No, it's just blank. Yeah, there's nothing here. Oh well. It doesn't matter much to me, but a lot of people want to go inside. And it's too bad, because one of the other new airports, you can go inside. It's kind of too bad. Nope, you cannot go down the ramp. Not a chance. Oh, the door's closed too. Oh, you kind of can. You kind of, oh, you can. Oh, look at that. So will this get me in the airport if I do this? Let's give it a try. The doors, oh, it says brick wall and then no. Magically back to our helicopter. And let's go look at this new tin photogrammetry of Cardiff. As I get the direction right. I don't see any POIs here. We're just kind of gonna take a quick look. This is kind of a carryover from my last video about the city update. This is similar. They're using all three kinds of new technology. And what a way to see it. What a great way to see it. Hey, this bridge looks good. Boats. Now the boat is probably from one of my add-on sceneries. One of my add-ons that I always run. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this is what we get. This is the stuff I'm talking about. It just looks fantastic. I'm also going to attempt, this has an autopilot. It's supposed to have an assisted flying program. So I'm going to try using that as we fly around here. It's another one of these tents. I saw that one of these at another city I went to on the Twitch stream. But basically, we just have much better photogrammetry here. It's just much improved. What do we got over here? Now, I took out my marinas add-on because it was kind of getting in the way of things. So this is all just a sim, the marinas part. There's other things I have. That's a big solar farm there. And that looks like the port. Is that shipping containers or hay bales? It looks more like hay bales. Maybe it's lumber. Well, that could be lumber. Perhaps they ship a lot of lumber out of here. Looks like an oil refinery. There's shipping containers. I'm assuming that was lumber back there. This is great. Right, that's just a little bit melty, but we're way too close, you know? They don't expect anyone to get this close. It is not handcrafted scenery. It's still just photogrammetry. It's looking good. If I fly by your house, definitely let me know in the comments. Remember to sub. I'm very close to the 1,000 mark. Maybe by the time you see this, I'll be well over it. Well over it. Okay, I'm going to get a little altitude and see if the autopilot works. I haven't set the controls up right. So I'm going to see if I can turn the autopilot on. Oh, and so I did. This is uncaged. That's uncaged. It is caged. That is caged. So we're going to head back towards the airport. You can watch my streams. We will try. Oh, wait. It appears to be on. See, that's doing weird things now. Oh, it supposedly has. There we go. I should be able to do this with my mouse. You're going to see a few edits here. This is supposed to turn it off. It did. That turned it off. I'm not sure what key to assign to that. But I finally got it turned off. Every time I do a video, I think it's going to be the simplest thing. I'll just jump in and do this quick little video. And this will be a few edits here. We're not gonna waste your day watching me struggle with an autopilot. No, no, no. Plus I have to go, man. Where's the airport? It's coming. Almost back to the airport. Wonder what that little beep was. I heard a beep. So I now know how to turn the autopilot on and off. That kind of works. That kind of works. And we've seen a bit of the area. We've seen the helicopter. I have to check on, so I think I've got to go now. So we now want this slow to 60 as we approach. Not 60 degrees, but 60 knots. I do love the way it flies. I think it's quite a fun aircraft. Here we go. I'm almost at 60. This is what the manual tells me. I think I was right down here. Oh, look at that. There's another area that they did just outside the airport. Oh, that's great. There's the training area we flew by. Hey, pretty good. I come in right about in the right place. As we slow it down to 40. There's all my fuel trucks. There's the building I was next to. Really slow her down, bringing a lot of collective back in. Sarai. Look at that. I noticed the wheels have skids for moving it. I noticed the skids have wheels for moving it around. So we can put it into position a little later. Here we go. And we'll do a shutdown. And let's try a shutdown. What I haven't even tried yet is to use the checklist from inside the aircraft. Let's try that. Engine shutdown. Okay. So first thing is generator off. Let's see if I can do this from here. Yes, I can. Generator off. Just right in the middle there. Next is ignition switch off. This is here. So that is also goes to the middle. Collective down. Collective is down. Check that. Throttle is closed. Throttle closed. Check that. Low pressure fuel pump switch shut. That's right there. Shut that off. High pressure fuel lever off. That's right there. Rotor RPM check. Rotor RPM is coming down. There's the rotor RPM. That's what we need to see. And then all they have left on their checklist is battery to off. Battery off. That's interesting because the checklist, the full checklist is a little bit different. So we'll put the battery to ground and then we'll complete the parking checklist. Parking brake on, hydraulics off. I'm going to hit that brake at the end because the rotor brake, I give it the rotor time to slow down a little bit first. I don't want to go straight to that. Hydraulics off, got it. So we'll start there. Engine anti-ice off, which is here. Oh, it is on. Okay. Throttle closed, it is. Landing light off. That is this one here. Landing light is off. Landing light up. Oh, interesting. Let's watch that go. You see it folding up there? Oh, we just caught the end of it. There it goes. Okay. Landing light up. And again, it has battery off, so that's kind of interesting. But before I turn the battery off, I'm going to make sure that I have all my lights off. So we're going to hit the rotor brake now. And that stops it pretty quickly. And there it is. Everything is off. Ground power is still on. Generator is off. Collision and anti-collision lights and nav light off. I think off as soon as I can get it off. And hit that. Turn off my radios. Actually, it seemed like it skipped quite a few things. Turn off radios. Turn off transponder. I think this way is off. I believe so. I can't see that darn thing. And we're all shut down. Oh, battery. Hello. Battery now goes to the middle, and the battery is off. And let's put the covers back on. We will put the full covers on and the tags. I think that's it. I think that gives you a nice exterior look. There we go. And we are all done. Thank you so much for watching. We'll just slide back over here the way we started. There we go. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another video. Give it a sub. If you watch this far, you must subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you next time.